Okay, Chaos Goblins. There's just a couple of us. So we're just playing Honey Heist. It's pretty easy. I can make a bear to play with you, or I can just be the narrator of your adventure. The choice is yours.
Um, no, the choice is yours.
Yep, I'm down for whatever.
Okay. We'll see how after I go through the rules. Um so basically the only dice you're gonna need is a D6.
Okay.
The For the bears, we're gonna roll your D6 to find out what bear you are, what role you are, and what hat you wear. In this case, the hat is going to be which token, unless you have a favorite right now and you just want to claim it.
I'm just gonna roll 3d6s and see what happens.
Okay. Oh,
Um, Let me get my sheet back up here. So I got a 3, a 2, and a 3.
okay.
Um, so I am retired panda
Hmm.
bear and a driver. It adds up.
Wait.
Why do I feel like that's
You
just
said
Gust
you just
2.0?
said three, three, and three, so your two would be your brains.
Oh, oh yes. Okay, sorry.
And if you want to roll one more for your hat.
5.
Five is the cowboy hat.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, Brandy, your turn.
Okay, let me roll my dice. You said it was 4d6 for all the numbers we need, right?
Yes. You can roll one at a time, or you can just choose them and pick your numbers.
All right, so I got the washed up sun bear. Roll is the face. And then the hat is 4.
The flat cap.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and play with you. I think looking at the rolls. Um, so I've got two ones. That makes me the rookie grizzly. My role is the driver, and my hat is the fez.
We have 2 drivers.
Oh
No,
no, I
no
got brains.
brains.
Oh, okay.
Should I be typing this on my little thing here?
You can. So yeah, so I made sticky notes with your animal stats and everything, so you can just change your number as you need to. I'm gonna move everything that isn't in play off to the side. So
I want. Oh, there's my cowboy hat. Okay. Next,
okay.
I'm gonna be Gertrude.
Gertrude. Good old Gertie.
And should I put those other stats on here somewhere or no? Don't think I'll need to.
What other stats? You only have two stats.
Well, I like the brains and
Oh,
the.
the descriptors. Yes, you can if you would like to. Um, my name is Wuzzy because Fuzzy Wuzzy was. You can throw something at me. I am the rookie driver. Oh, wait. I totally took the wrong thing. I'm so sorry.
Huh?
I'm typing on Brandy's sticky note because it was the last sticky note I had selected. But it's Brandy's sticky note.
Oh, I see.
There we go. Okay. So for our bear skills, off to the side of the bear type, everybody has a special skill. So Kurt, you are the panda, so you can eat anything that looks like bamboo, as well as honey if you need to get your bear stat back up. You were the sun bear, right, Brandy?
Yes.
So your special skill is sensing honey, and
Yay.
mine is terrify. So in the event that you can make your skill relatable to the action you are doing, you get to basically roll with advantage where you roll a second d6 and you get to pick the lowest, in this case, is your better number.
Mm.
So you have, we each start at 3 and we have 2 skills. One is criminal and one is bear. And the way it works is if you're doing bear stuff, sniffing, smelling, running, climbing, growling, you use your bear stat. And if you're doing pretty much anything that's not a bear stuff, it falls under criminal. So when you act, you say, I want to climb the tree, for example, and that would be bear. So you roll your d6, and if it's equal to or under the number you have on your bear, then you succeed, and if it's over, you fail. Or like if I was going to say, hey, I want to drive the car, I'd be rolling and using my criminal number. When your plans fail, then you move a point from criminal into bear. Or if everything goes super, super well, just like you wanted, you go from bear into criminal. You want to keep an eye on your number because you don't want to get a 6 in either one. Because if you get a 6 in criminal, you betray everybody and run off to do your own heist.
Right.
If you get a 6 in bear, you forget what you're doing and go full bear mode and go do bear stuff and forget that you had a job to do. If you need to move a point from criminal to bear, you can eat some honey, or in Brandy's case, or Kurt's case, sorry, bamboo. Brandy, if we need to find honey, then your special sense honey skill comes into play. If you ever need to move a point into criminal, like if you're going too much bear, you can say, I want to have a flashback. And then you describe to us a criminal flashback. And that will let you move a point over into criminal. Am I making sense so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how you play. And I've got the PDF up if we need to reference rules. There's really not hardly any rules.
Yes, I've got it up as well.
So let me put some music on, and we've got our sticky notes. We've got Kenku. Kenku needs to be playing. All right. Oh, that got a lot louder than I thought for a minute. Let me adjust it on my
I was
end.
like, whoop.
I'm adjusting mine in Discord. Because I don't want to like change it for everybody because my ears are more sensitive. So, all right. Owlbear back up. All right. So it is a beautiful sunny morning in the forest. The clouds are still kind of down, so it's like that cool morning mist kind of situation. And our 3 bear friends are just chilling, doing normal bear stuff when a little robin lands on a branch above them. He makes a fuss, and all 3 bears know that this is Robbie the robin, and he only comes over when he's got a job for the bears because we've been a crew for a while. He's on the branch and like twittering away and, hey, wake up, quit being lazy, bears. You gotta come talk to the Owlfather. Owlfather needs you.
Marge rolls over and scratches her ass and says, ah, fuck you, I'm sleeping.
No. You gotta come talk to the Owlfather.
Fuck.
Gertrude is like, oh, bother. I just got comfortable with this terrible crick in my neck.
I always come around when we're getting comfortable, Gertie.
It's a job. Come on, you got a job.
Yeah, living is a job.
I feel like somebody doesn't understand retired very well, but fine. There better be some honey in it for me.
These kids these days.
Wuzzy comes like he like lifts his head and goes, huh? Honey? I want honey. And Robbie's
Or
like,
he heard the
yeah, there'll
magic
be
word.
honey at the end of the job. What's a job?
And it's the what father that we're talking to?
This is Robbie is the messenger for the
Right.
Owlfather.
Owl father.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, Robbie. Point us in the right direction. It might take me a while to get there.
You better hurry up. It's kind of urgent. He's over by the mushroom stump. And you know, like, not too far, less than a mile, is this big giant stump that's just covered with mushrooms. And it's a great marker in the forest for those who know the forest because there's only really one that's set up like this. And this is where the Owlfather holds court. You know, if he needs something, he calls you to him. And when he calls you to him, most of the time it's probably a good idea to go speak to the Owlfather.
Marge will amble over that way. I very much picture her as the 60-year-old truck driver. Like a trucker lady.
Gertie, she's got her very round spectacles on. Knowledgeable, little old, little slow moving, but she's pretty smart and with it, and she's like, Owl, father, where art thou?
And Wuzzy is following behind his big grizzly bulk, kind of catching on some of the branches and snapping them back to make, which works well as long as he's the last bear in the line. And you reach the big stump, and for a moment it's empty. And then you feel a shadow pass over your head. And you look back at the stump, and then this great horned owl is sitting there, and he goes, You come to me because I called you for a job. I hope that you will be taking this job because it will be of great use to me when it is finished.
Well, there better be something in it for us.
Mhm.
You know that I always pay well, my friend. I can give you a little now, and a little when the job is complete, capiche? And over from the side, a couple of magpies come, and they've got a big giant piece of honeycomb between them, and they bring it over to you. And he goes, "There's plenty more where that comes from. If for me, you will do this job."
Count me in, but can we get 50% of our share now and 50% when the job is done?
That is what I just gave you. Is your first, call it installment.
Yeah. Alright, I'm in, I guess.
All right. Here's what you're gonna do. You know my friend Ulysses the Red Tail. I sent him out on a scouting mission a couple weeks ago. He flew over to look over the Two Legs Kingdom, tell me how far they were encroaching on the forest. They say he got into one of those netting things they put up. You know, the ones that they border wherever the two legs are working and cause all sorts of problems for us. You know what I mean? Well,
I thought leg nets were something different.
Well, anyway, one of them two legs came and they wrapped him in a towel and they took him away. I can only imagine they got him in a prison somewhere. I need you to go and liberate Ulysses the Red Tail. We've got a good report that he's in the building with the green roof where all the hiking two legs like to gather. What do they call it? The rehabilitation center, whatever that means.
I knew a bear that had to go to a rehabilitation center one time. She was eating these white rocks off the ground.
Oh, I think I heard about that bear.
Mm-mm-mm.
Says, story goes, she's still in rehab looking for those white rocks she found on the ground.
Bless her.
Well, leave it to the two legs to think they're helping and only making things worse.
Mm-hmm.
You see why I need you to do this job for me, right? I mean, I could try to go in, but I think we need to heavy muscle on this one.
Heavy muscle? Honey, I haven't had heavy muscle since I was a young panda.
Haven't had heavy muscles since my last husband.
Well, what about, what you call him, your nephew, was he? And was he sitting there like, huh, me?
Oh, was he? Yeah, muscle, that's about all he's got. Except for a pot full of honey for brains.
Well, you, direct him to do what needs to be done, and I'll be making sure you get that pot full of honey.
Good deal.
Very well. It'll keep Wuzzy busy at the very least. That boy gets frightful bothersome when he's got nothing to do.
I'll leave you to your planning. when you bring Ulysses back here, you'll get your honey. And he lifts off from the stump and flies off into the woods.
So, this two-leg rehab place, do we know, is it heavily guarded?
One of the magpies goes, it's got the two legs all over. And he goes to a patch of dirt and starts sketching you a map on the dirt. You gotta memorize it, because I can't make it anything you can take with you. But here's what we saw. So here's a forest, right? And the big river pond. It's more a pond, but the little stream that runs through it. You gotta get past there, and then you keep going till you see that what do they call it? It's called shiny. The fence. You're gonna see the fence, and over across the fence is the building the Owl Father was telling you about. And he's sketching you a pretty basic map on how to get there. He goes, I don't know about guards, because I don't know what the humans call guards, but I reckon I saw about 4 or 5 of those big tank things that make the loud noises and roll around on the Blackstone rivers.
The long, flat ones?
Yeah.
Mm.
So about 4 or 5 of those. So, what do they normally carry? 1 to 2 humans each? If 2, usually just the 1.
Oh, I know what those are.
I don't know why they can't use their own 2 legs.
Humans are lazy.
I'm so proud of those 2 legs, but they don't use them.
Mm.
So, yeah, so you reach the pond, go across it, or roll downstream and across the stream, whatever's easiest. I don't know how well you'll all like swimming. It's hard for me to give directions when I'm used to just flying over the top of things, you know?
We'll figure it out, don't worry. Thank you, Magpie.
Yeah. You find anything shiny? That's a good thank you.
Well, I'll bring it to you.
Extra points if it jingles.
You're getting greedy.
It's not worth asking. If you don't ask, the answer's always no. Sometimes you ask, the answer's yes. It's worth asking. Anyway, good luck.
All right, Gert. How do we want to get there?
Well, I'm not a great swimmer, but I sure can climb. If we can get close, maybe I can climb a tree and get a better look at what's going on.
Agreed. I ain't aiming to swim.
So I think we'll just stick close to the river shore and take it up to the camp.
Sounds good to me. Come on, Wuz, let's go.
Alright. Oh, I'm coming. Where are we going?
Now, who's gonna be the sneakiest? Just to make sure that it's all clear for me to get up a tree, because I ain't gonna do it quickly.
Well, I reckon that's me, because I don't think my nephew here is all that sneaky.
I think I'm too big to sneak.
Mm-hmm.
So, I suppose that's the first part of our plan.
So we go to the river?
We go to the river.
Okay.
And as we're walking up the river, can I see... Is there a way to, like, look for anything that we might use as a distraction? Like... I'm trying to think of what a bear would use. Wuzzy, do me a favor here. And she's going to... We said there were 2 of these large vehicle things, right?
The
That shoot stuff.
the what?
Didn't you say the 2 legs had 2 large things that they ride in that have the big blasters on them or cannons on them
No.
that roll around on the street?
That roll around
No.
on the street is what that was. There wasn't anything about cannons. He was trying to describe a car. I'm like, how does a bird
Okay.
describe a car?
I was thinking you were describing tanks, so...
So there's so what he has described to you is that you go through the woods till you get to the river pond, and you're gonna go to the other side of the river pond. It's basically like a giant pond with a little river that flows in. I've swapped the map over, if that helps. And go to the other side of the pond, and then keep going until you see a fence. And on the other side of that fence is basically a building and a parking lot, and that's where they believe the hawk is being held. And he was saying there was about 4 to 5 cars.
4 to 5 cars. Okay.
And he was trying to guess how many humans that meant, and then got lost on the tangent of humans make these things and only one of them gets into it. So I think there's somewhere between 4 to 8 humans, probably maximum.
Okay. So I think I'm going to... Or actually, I would look at Margie and say, Margie, can you creep up ahead while Wuzzy and I hang back here and see if you can see a good tree for me to climb up and get a good vantage point?
Will do, will do. So she is going to amble off and be kind of sneaky, looking to see if she can see a good vantage point for Gertie.
Okay. So I'm going to call this bear because you're looking for a tree in the woods, and that to me seems like a bear thing.
Okay. So I add a point to bear.
Roll for bear. And
Roll
you
for
want a
bear.
3 or lower. You're going to roll a d6. And if you get a 3 or lower, you succeed. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you fail.
I got a 2.
2, so you succeed.
Yay.
So you're about not quite to the pond. And you find a nice big pine with lots of branches that are within easy reach of each other for a panda to climb. And you know that's a good tree. And you see kind of coiled up around the base in a little nook is Papa Slithers, the old blind snake, who, he does pretty good for himself. He's a small, like a little garden snake. He likes to eat like dragonflies and small rodents and things. So this is not an unusual place to see him. But you do know that he is blind, but doesn't seem to matter much since he seems to feel the earth. He's kind of coiled up at the base of the tree.
Hey, Paul.
Margie?
Mm-hmm.
Lifts his head, looks around. What you doing?
Scouting me a place for Gertie to go climbing.
You got a job.
Yeah, Owlfather conned us into a job.
I reckon you better stay on task if the Owlfather's giving you a job.
Oh, I ain't scared of the Owlfather.
Well, you're not dinner.
But the honey's good.
I've never tasted honey.
I don't know if you'd like it.
It's that sticky stuff, right? Well, if you see a sunny spot, can you point me toward it? I'll get out of your way if Gertie's gonna be climbing the tree.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
He said, sorry, if you see a sunny spot, can you point me towards it and I'll get out of your way if Gertie's gonna be climbing the tree.
Yeah, you might want to get a little ways from the tree if Gertie's gonna be climbing. If she falls on you, you're gonna be linguini.
Not the way I want to go out. And he kind of slithers off into the woods. Oh, and then kind of slithers back and goes, oh, by the way, when you get to the pond and downriver, don't listen to the singing. They're rehearsing for the nightly choir of whatever it is that the frog choral, you know how they are. They'll rope you into an audience and not let you go until you've judged every one of their songs. And then turns around and slithers back into the woods again.
Alright, so I'm looking for Gertie a place to climb.
Yes, you found the tree.
Okay. Okay.
And I chose the moment to add an NPC in. So for you, you would put a point from criminal into bear since you successfully did a bear task.
I did a bear.
And you can go tell Gertie that the tree has been located.
She will go back and do so.
And Gertie's gonna attempt to quietly climb said tree.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. Tree. See, I wanted to say it was bear, and then you said quietly, which implies stealth, so now I'm debating if it's criminal or bear. We're gonna call it bear, though, because it is climbing.
And I feel like climbing a tree is something a panda would be good at anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So,
you'll...
even an old retired one.
Yeah, roll your d6, and you're shooting for a 3.
Oof.
So that is a fail. So this is where that frustration rule comes in, is, so you will move a point from bear into criminal. So describe for me how Gertie tries to climb the tree quietly and fails.
Okay. I think she's gotten a little thick in her older years, and as we all have, and as she's climbing, she mistakes the integrity of a branch she goes to stand on and steps on it, and the branch breaks, and she literally just slides back down the tree with her claws stuck in it.
Wuzzy kind of umbles up and goes, I don't think that was quiet.
No, but your nails look great, honey.
Oh, they needed a good filing. I just hope those two legs didn't hear my ruckus.
Can we hear any two legs?
You you're usually you would say that you're pretty far away from the edge of where most humans come in, but that was a very loud crash. And as you listen and you perk your ears, and the forest is silent because you reckon probably every animal in the vicinity is also listening. And then in the distance, close to where the stream and the pond are, you hear the frog croaker's chorus start up again. And you think, okay, you're probably safe if they've started that nonsense up again.
Oh, I don't think anybody heard Gert Gert.
Well, should I try again?
Probably not a bad idea. My hips ain't worked climbing a tree since. And then she realizes she doesn't know numbers. A while.
She's gonna try again.
Okay, so this time because you. Oh! Lucky. That works. And you can move a point back into bear.
Woot.
And so she gets up to the top and she wants to just get a good count of how many people are there and maybe a place that would have more cover for sneaking into the camp.
Okay, so from where you're at, you can't really see the parking lot or anything because you're in the middle of the forest. But you can see to the edge of the forest, so you have a good judge of distance on how far it would take to get there, which you figure probably a good walk, but you could probably get there pretty quickly as long as you keep a straight line and don't get too distracted. And it's right up against the forest. You can see how the tree line kind of ends. So you figure that even though you can't see the building from the tree you're in, you can probably get to the edge of the forest and do some more scouting for a better vantage point. But to get there, you do see kind of where the little dip in the tree line where you know that pond is. And you're going to have to go past there.
All right, well, we've got a little ways to go. So let's tread carefully. Try not to step on too many sticks, and we'll try to get right to the edge of the forest and get a better viewpoint. It's just up this way.
I like to imagine they get to the edge, and Margie reaches over and, like, twists both sides of Gertie's glasses like you're adjusting binoculars.
So
You're going through the forest in the straight line towards the edge of the forest that you identified from the top of the tree. And you get closer and you can kind of hear water bubbling, and you know, okay, we're probably about halfway between where you want to go and where you were, because that's about the distance the pond was. You hear the babbling of the brook going in and the kind of gentle croaking of what you know to be the pond frogs and the toad's chorus, and croaker's chorus is what they call it. And as you get closer, it starts up again into this beautiful, very country kind of ballad type of thing going. And then it pauses, and you hear a very croaky voice go, "No, no, no, stay on beat." And then it starts up again, and you know, and it like starts and stops, and you hear little bits of squabbling on, you know, like, "I think we are on beat. We're not on beat." Those kind of things.
Bless their hearts.
I'm thinking. Are we able to talk to the frogs?
If you want to.
think Gertie would say, I could listen to you all night long, but I don't suppose you want to join us on a little trip over that direction. Maybe give the two legs a little run for their money.
And one of the I'm trying to think of how to describe her.
Run for their honey, rather.
um, but like not the conductor, but what looks to be like one of the lead chorus frogs kind of stands up and goes, "Well, sugar, aren't you just sweet as apple pie? If you want to stay and listen, just stay and listen. We could always do with an audience. We're still like fine tuning, but a discerning ear might help us get it perfect."
Well, I'd be happy to, and I would love to come back and spend an evening listening to you all sing. We've just got something we need taken care of, and I was sure hoping that you'd maybe assist us. If I could promise you an audience for your concert the next time, you think you'd be willing to help an old lady out?
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but it depends a bit on like what you're wanting. If it's anything to do with this here pond, I'm sure we could help. But I'll be honest, we don't like to go too far away because we don't want to get all dried out.
Yeah, it might be a little far for you now that you mention, but I don't suppose you got anything in that pond that the two legs just really don't like, do you?
Oh well, there's lots of things I've learned that kind of makes them squeamish. I mean, like if you hop on their face. Let's see what else. What could you might be too big to be jumping on their face. Um, and one of the younger frogs goes, "They don't like grubs." Oh, they don't like grubs. I could get you a whole pile full of grubs. Good, wholesome, best eating you might find anywhere grubs. And I don't know why the two legs don't like them, but some reason they don't.
I think that sounds just perfect.
And you're sure you're going to come back and listen in exchange for the pile of grubs?
Oh, I'd be delighted to. It's been ages since I've been able to enjoy music and dance a little.
All right, a promise is a promise. And she gets a bunch of her friends together and they go diving into the pond. And between them, they get like a big giant handful of wriggly grubs.
Awesome.
Like, I don't want to describe them because I don't want to gross myself out.
Perfect. She would get a big, like, palm frond leaf, some sort of lush pond plant leaf growing near the shore, and she'd wrap all of the, um, she'd wrap all the grubs up in a little pouch and take them with her.
Y'all be careful now, you hear?
Well, I'm just pleased as pie that you all were willing to help me. I can't wait to come back and listen to the serenade. It sounded beautiful from what I've heard.
And
We appreciate it.
you can bring your friends too. I mean, we always like an audience.
Oh, we're all coming. It'll be a nice family gathering.
And you see Wuzzy has laid down on the cool bank of the pond and looks like he's about to get into a nice, comfortable snooze.
Wuzzy, come on, honey. We can't be sleeping on the edge of the pond. Your snoring's gonna drown him out.
But they're so pretty, I could just lay here forever.
If you don't get up, there's no honey.
All right, I'm coming.
Ah, teenage boys, all they do is eat and sleep.
Ambles after you. And it takes just a little bit longer before you start to see the trees start to thin out after leaving the pond, and you get close enough to what the magpie called the fence, and you can see like the human activity, like you're still kind of a little bit ways into the forest, but you have that line of sight between the trees towards where the break is.
All right.
I'm gonna get another map out.
I think Gertie's gonna stay kind of out of the. So are we coming up sort of on this bridge side of things here?
Yeah, so you're coming up. The map is a bit opposite from the direction I've had you going, but you're coming up kind of like through these trees right in this top corner.
Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay, I'm glad.
So,
Um,
so I'll move Wuzzy up there.
I am real excited that this is how this played out. I think Gertie would whisper to Margie and be like, "You know what would ruin their delightful little picnic with all their tables is some grubs in the mess hall.
I agree.
Now, how do we get them in there? You're the brains of the outfit."
Are there any windows to what looks like a dining area?
Okay. So what you see as you get close enough to get a layout is there is. Trying to think of how to describe it. It's like a big building with like doors and windows and a little like break picnic area out the front where you're approaching. You see a big side door off on, get my pointer, kind of over here where that crate is.
Okay.
Like pretend that crate is right beside the door. You also see what looks to be like a big giant fenced in pen like the campus wildlife center has, where it's got the chicken mesh over the top and everything, and you hear like different sounds of different birds and like anything trying to get in from outside, like if like a predator animal would have to like get through the mesh to get any of the smaller animals. So pretty much it's like a self-contained little splotch of forest. On the other side of the building is the parking lot. You see about 3 cars in the lot currently. And there is another door kind of right here where that chink in the roof is. And a couple of the 2 legs dressed in Forest Service uniform are sitting at one of the tables right here, we'll say.
Okay.
So I can put some tokens on for them. Let's use that'll work. And Wuzzy looks at y'all and goes, "Is Mr. Hawk in the building or is he in the big pen?"
That's a good question. Well, they probably wouldn't want him to fly away, so I bet he's in the building.
Oh,
So, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything.
Um, I think I think Gertie's gonna try to pull a branch back on the tree and use it like a slingshot to launch grubs at those two guys sitting on the picnic table.
Okay. I'm gonna call this one criminal.
For sure.
Oh, my music stopped
Ooh,
again.
3?
What is your criminal stat currently? I think you're at a 3.
3.
Then that's a
Yeah.
success.
Ha! So she takes a little pouch of grubs and she sits them right in the fork of a branch and she's like, grub a dub dub. And she like pulls it back and lets it fly right at him.
And it goes sailing and lands directly on top of one of their sandwiches as the woman is about to take a bite. As she has her sandwich about eye level and this grub lands on it and she just screams and drops her sandwich and falls backwards off of her bench. And the other's like, whoa, 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 what happened? She's going, falling insects on my food? No, thank you.
Real quick question. When I succeed on that, because it was 3 or less, do I still move a point over to criminal, or is that only on a fail?
Let me double check, because I think... When the plan goes off without a hitch, move 1 point from bear to criminal.
Okay. Alright, alright. And Gertie's just chuckling at this. She loves every minute of that.
Marge is howling with laughter. Man, humans have no taste. That was a good grub.
I bet they don't even like honey.
I don't know. Probably not. Ugh, 2 legs.
But they both stay there, even with the grubs. It doesn't
The
scare them away.
It doesn't make them run, but they are definitely on their feet trying to figure out what happened, where the grubs came from. Like looking up at the sky, like looking around for... like...
So I feel like while they're distracted, Gertie's gonna start trying to like inch her way around staying on the flank of the forest here to the side of the building to get a better look.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
For a window, I just want to kind of look
Yeah.
inside and see.
Yeah, there is that side door that's right there.
Right.
And I'll say there's probably a window next to it too, because most
Perfect.
doors have windows pretty close by so you can see out.
Margie is going to kind of stay on the perimeter. She's watching the humans to make sure they don't notice Gertie Poo.
Oh, I'm not moving. I'm moving the wrong hat. Sorry. So she's gonna peek in that little window there.
So you look inside and you see... I don't know how to describe this from a bear's point of view, so I'm going to tell you let you tell me what she thinks she sees. It's basically a wildlife rehabilitation center. So there's like the window you're looking into looks like you're looking into like the back room of where the what do you call it? Like where the bandaging and taking care of the wounds and everything might happen.
It's a torture chamber.
What?
All manner of critters in there being torn apart and experimented on.
Well, we gotta get in there.
Carefully, carefully. We don't want to end up like them. It's a horror what I'm seeing in here.
And you do see against the far wall is like a rather roomy cage with a red-tailed hawk, and he's got like, I don't know much about how you would bandage a bird's wing, because that's not my field at all. I have no knowledge about it. But he's got one wing kind of patched up, like he injured a wing, and they were trying to get him able to fly again. But it probably looks very different to a bear.
Yeah, she's convinced this is like some sort of terrifying torture chamber. So she is gonna kind of scooch back into the woods and share the lay of the land with Margie.
I tell you what, we're gonna have to get in there. How about I provide a distraction so that you and my nephew can find a way, they can bust your way in.
Maybe we should send Wuzzy as the distraction. He can cause quite the ruckus and isn't scared of much, but he can sure be scary to other two legs.
He goes, I'm bigger than they are.
By a lot, honey. You've been eating your cornbread.
It's good cornbread.
Well, that's why I wanted him to go with you, Gertie.
Did I see many people in the building?
You did not. In that particular room, you did not see any two legs.
Now, do I see these cars that you spoke of anywhere?
Yes, so on the other side of the, like over where this dirt road runs, we're pretending that's the parking lot.
Okay. She would say, Margie, you know, one of my cousins used to work in the circus, and they taught her how to drive one of those things there for the Two Legs Entertainment. And I think I might have picked up some of her tips. If I told you how, you think maybe you could drive one of those into their little camp? Really get their attention? Now that would be quite a distraction. A sun bear driving one of those noisy things.
Oh, I think I can do that.
So she's gonna just kind of describe to her, like, in bear sense, like, there's an inedible donut you hold on to with both hands, and then there's two little stumps that stick out of the ground, and they're the ugliest branches you ever did saw, but you press on one and that thing just giddy up and goes, and you press on the other and it makes it stop. My cousin said it was real easy to do. I'm sure you can figure it out, being as smart as you are.
I reckon I can. So she is going to amble over to the vehicles.
Okay. Sorry.
We are doing Honey Heist, the Vehicular Manslaughter Edition.
Yeah, it's the Crash Panda variant of Honey Heist. Honey Crash?
There we go.
Crash Heist? Something like that. Alright, so you get over to the parking lot, and you're looking at all the cars, and you finally figure out that there are two that seem to let you open the doors. One is a golf
Perfect.
cart, and the other looks to be like, well, you can't really open the door, but you can climb into the top because it's a convertible. And
I want that one.
And it looks like somebody has left the keys in the ignition.
I'm going to tear the top off of it and climb in.
It is like the top like pretty much springs back the moment you start to tear into it. Like it was not secured. This person, for having such a flashy car, was not very careful with it. And you're able to get in, and the seats are all like nice and smooth and clean, and there's a little pair of, like, you know, those things that go in the rear view mirror that look like a disco ball?
Yeah.
One of those, all bright and shiny and sparkly.
I feel 5 years younger, Gertie.
You look 10 years younger in that thing.
Can I get in?
No, you're staying with me, just in case we run into trouble.
Oh, okay.
I am trouble. She is gonna... It takes her some fumbling, but she is eventually gonna get it in drive and punch the gas.
The car jerks over the curb and onto the sidewalk. Are you flooring it and staying flooring it, or are you trying to steer? How are you doing this?
Is this like a human roll or like
Oh, this is 100% a criminal roll.
criminal? That's what I was looking for. Like, would it have been a criminal roll for me to tell her how to do this? Because that was more of a human trait, or
I will say telling falls more in line with the flashback, so if you want to move a point, you can. But since you were not actively making the attempt to do something, you do not have to roll to share the information.
okay, because I the flashback, that's what I was thinking of, because I would like to have that flashback to move a point back into my animal.
Oh, flashback works for criminal. If you need a point in animal, you can eat some honey, which you were provided with a bit of honeycomb. So you can get out the honeycomb and munch on it if you want to move a point.
Okay, then in that case, yes, as I'm telling Margie how to do this, I will have sipped on some of my honey.
You gotta have a little snacky snack.
Snack.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, punch the gas, Margie.
Margie's gonna punch it. She is sort of doing the best she can to try to steer. She's definitely got her head like hanging out, that long ass sun bear tongue hanging out.
So make the roll, and depending on the results of the roll will determine how much is you doing what you intend to do and how much is chaos.
Alright, get back to my... I rolled a 5.
Chaos.
Yeah, that's chaos. So tell me what you were intending to do, and then what happens instead.
I think she was gonna try to drive it, like, around, like this way, but probably has ended more like into the corner of the building.
Oh, so you crash. Oh dear. You crash whoever's car this is into the corner, and the car alarm starts going off, and the airbags flare up, and it's like, it's very much a distraction. Maybe not the one you wanted to make, but you do, those of you on this side of the building do see the two humans go, wait, what? Isn't that the foreman's car? And they go running around the edge of the building to go see. Like, that sounds like, I mean, it's not my car, it's as they're running.
Where are they running out of? Oh, okay.
They left the picnic table and went running around the building towards the parking lot to go see which car was doing it and why the car was doing it and why there's so many other crashy type sounds coming along with it.
And I think Gertie would say, "All right, Wuzzy, now's our chance." And she's gonna try to go in the side door.
Okay. You want me to open it?
Yes, a gentleman should always open the door for the lady.
Okay, so he's gonna roll. That is a 2, so Wuzzy just tears the door off the hinges.
Yep. Perfect. So okay, Wuzzy, you stay here and stand guard. I'm gonna sneak inside.
Okay. He stands on the remains of the door.
Bless it.
And she is gonna start freeing any of the other animals in there that she can as she's making her way
Okay.
to the hawk.
Jailbreak.
So I will call that criminal. To
Okay.
roll to open the cages. And Brandy, I see your points. If you want to have a flashback, you just tell us and tell us.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have a flashback to another time she stole something like actually probably a car or a golf cart and pillaged it for snacks.
All right. So that was a fail on the criminal, Kurt. So some of these locks are a little more complicated than what the bear paw fingers can manage. So you're not quite able to free all the animals you see, but you are able to get a sense of who's in there and how they look, and like all of them look like they've been bandaged up somehow. Like there's not a lot of animals in here. It's like 3 or 4 plus the red tail.
Now, remind me, because I failed criminal, I put a point in animal now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-oh, she wants to bear out, start tearing some of these shackles off.
And you hear a noise from Ulysses Redtail's cage, and he kind of opens an eye and goes, "What you doing?"
Trying to get all of y'all out of here before they do any more experimenting.
I don't think they're experimenting. I think they're helping.
This does not look like any helping I've seen.
I know it.
What
doesn't.
have they done? Have they brainwashed you too, Ulysses?
No. Listen, Gertie, listen. So I got all caught up in one of those fence things, and then the 2 legs came, and I guarantee you, I bit my fair share of fingers in the attempt. But the 2 legs came and got me all untangled finally. After I promise you, I put up a fight. I didn't know what they were gonna do, but they brought me here, and the one that wears white and has the fancy things they wear on their nose. I don't know what he did, but my wing feels better now than it did when I was all tangled up. I reckon they made a mistake somehow and I got hurt and they're trying to make it right.
Honey, I think you fell and bumped your head.
Probably.
Since when have you known a 2 legs to help us at all?
I know it sounds far-fetched, but...
Now we're getting you out of here and I'll mend you right up back at my place. You don't need their help for nothing.
All right. Just be careful. So I don't think they thought they were trying. I think they thought they were trying to help.
Yeah, this ain't right. None of this feels right. And she's gonna start trying to get his cage open if she can.
So how are you going about getting the cage open?
Brute force.
Okay, so that would be a bear
Yeah.
roll.
Let's see. Ooh, okay, so if I have 4 in bear
Mm-hmm.
and I rolled a 5, it means I do succeed or I don't succeed.
You want the number or lower? So that is a
Lower.
failure. And this, when the plan fails, you put a stat into bear.
So, but that would leave me 1 point in criminal.
Yeah, so you can have a flashback and then tell a story about a time you did something else criminal, and then you can move a point back into criminal.
So, she is flashing back to a time where she was young and she's a panda. So she would have been in the forest roaming around and she found a shrine and she really, really, really wanted the bamboo that was growing in the center of the shrine, in the courtyard of the shrine. Like it was the most delectable, delicious bamboo you could ever imagine in your life, and she needed to have it. So she pretended to dress up as a person to sneak into the shrine as like a monk at this temple. And so she wore a big robe and she tried to sneak in the front door. Obviously, they answered and saw a bear in a robe and completely freaked out. But she still, because she freaked everyone out and all these monks went running for their lives, except for this one who was worshipping her.
Okay, get it, Gertie.
He thought it was like a sign or a blessing or something. So she took all the bamboo she could carry and she hauled butt out of there.
I love it. I love
And
it.
then and then her dad ended up using a piece of that bamboo to rake her ass when she got back.
Oops.
Because she forgot to ditch the robe. The end.
All right, Miss Gertie.
Move your point back to criminal.
Oh, that was a reach. I just went for it, though.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yes.
We're going full narration on that one. Okay. So she fails. So she's in there and she's like, Wuzzy, give me a hand. I'm too old for this.
All right. I'm coming. You want me to open it the same way I opened the door?
Yes, please.
Okay. And I can, Alright, let me get all scary. And I think he's gonna try to harness his Terrify skill to get as scary as he can and just rip the cage open. Oh! Well, it's a good thing I had high points in Bear because I just rolled double 4s. So it is just barely a success.
Yeah, barely.
Barely. So that puts my points up at 5 and 1. And Wuzzy's gonna he rips the doors open and backs off. He goes, you know, this reminds me of the time. Remember that one time when I was trying to get at the beehive, and all the bees were like, no, 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 you can't have our honey. So I ripped the tree apart so I could just take all the honey. And I took all the honey, and I didn't share any with the bees because they wouldn't share any with me. I got stung a lot that day.
Honey, I think I'm still finding stingers in your rump from that.
Yeah. Does that count as a heist?
Well, you did get the honey, so maybe it was your first successful heist.
Yeah. I did a heist once.
Listen.
Now we better be quick, or I think stingers in our rumps are going to be the least of our concerns.
Yeah, I think I hear those big blurry alarms. Is Margie okay?
Oh, something tells me Margie's doing just fine, and she sort of snickers to herself, but we better go check on her.
Okay. Mr.
And we did get Ulysses, right?
Yeah.
We got the cage open.
He goes, Mr. Redtail, you can ride on my head if you want. And Ulysses Redtail is grumbling to himself about rookie maneuvers, and he goes, fine, alright, fine, I'm coming. He hops on and hold kind of not quite on Wuzzy's head, but on the back of his shoulder where there's that extra fatty bit of skin as he climbs on and holds on.
Do I, what am I looking for here? Is there a window on this other side of the building here?
Are you talking about the side you came in, or where?
Like over here?
Oh, there's your. That is roughly where the car crashed through. So if there wasn't a window, there is now.
I guess, is this like a separate room over here that we're in, and this is...
I'm imagining it's like a multi-level building. So that's the, sometimes buildings have the 2 stories, and then there's one section that just has 1 story.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of that as the section that's just 1 story.
So I wouldn't be able to see the car from here. So...
But you would be able to hear the car alarm, if that helps.
Yeah. I just was hoping I could see if Margie was okay. So
you could probably come out of the building and just peek around the corner.
That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna get eyes on Margie.
Margie has abandoned the car to stay away from the 2 legs and is now ambling to the west to try to reunite with you guys.
Roll, Margie, roll. I'm trying to think of what this would be. I'll let you flavor it as animal or criminal, but basically roll to see how well you can go unseen if you're using bear senses to avoid detection, or if you want to be sneaky, stealthy, thief-like, that's up to you.
I think she's doing sneaky thief.
Okay.
That was a 2.
Oh, that is a success.
Yay. Sweet.
So you can move a point into criminal for a plan going off without a hitch.
And she'll say, well, I think they're distracted.
Okay. We gotta get back to the Owl Father now.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay. You begin to wander back into the forest, and as you go into the underbrush, Ulysses kind of perks up and goes, Wait, did you get past Old Biggs?
Yeah, who?
Old Biggs, you know the one-eyed wild boar that runs around out here? Did you have to sneak past him? Have you seen him? Do you know?
No, we haven't.
Okay, be very careful because if that noise drew all the two legs' attention, I guarantee you Biggs is going to be coming to check it out.
Biggs can eat my whole ass. I'm ready to go home.
I don't want you all rescuing me to get on the wrong side of him. Because you know with those tusks how much damage he can do.
I'll shut my wrong side.
Trying to find my next map. And we can remove the... So you start making your way back into the forest with Ulysses the Hawk riding on Wuzzy's shoulder. I have a cat in the way, sorry. And Wuzzy's like, I don't like the old boar. Should we be careful?
Yeah, we should probably be quiet.
And you get a little more ways in, and you hear this big, loud snort of a snore from kind of over by this giant rock in the center of the clearing, and you see kind of on his side with half of his legs in the air and a mouth wide open and his tusks gleaming in the light is a wild boar in the middle of his midday nap.
Oh, good. We'll just sneak past him.
One eye is kind of... He's lost an eye somehow, and all you see is like scar tissue.
Oh boy, I hope I sneak successfully here.
Same here.
I'm gonna roll for Wuzzy. So this would be depending.
Criminal, right?
Yep, unless you can think of a way for a bear to sneak in a bear-like manner and would rather do animal. You can have a flashback and move a point if you want to give yourself some better odds.
I got a 3. So I think, so either animal or criminal it'll pass.
Yeah.
I think you see Gertie kind of pause, and she's a little bit stricken by fear because she's remembering when she was just a cub still in the den how wild boar was attempting to get into the den, and it was just her mom and her guarding her because her dad was out hunting, and it was storming, and she just remembers seeing that boar at the cave entrance, the den entrance, fighting with her mom. And yeah, just in time for her dad to get back and chase it away. And that's what steals her resolve so that she can make it
So it's
past
a
this boar.
flashback to a brawl of some sort.
Yeah, where she is taking the strength of her dad being the warrior panda that he is. She's gonna give it a shot now. It's like, if he can do it, I can do it. Oh, jeez.
Wuzzy rolled a 1, so Wuzzy was good. But
She's just too scared.
yeah,
She can't do it.
Sir.
You start to move and you step on a branch and it cracks.
So because that was criminal, sorry, I put a point and criminal and remove it
If
from
it
animal.
fails, you move a point to animal. If you succeed in
Oh,
your plan,
that's
you move
right.
a point to
Okay.
criminal.
Okay.
And he pigs the wild boar, snorts and wakes up and starts looking around. He's got his blind eye to you for a moment. He goes, "Who's there? Who's there? Who disturbed my nap?" And he snorts and kicks himself up and like paws at the ground angrily.
I think Gertie would just say, "It's just me, old Gert. You know, I got myself turned around in these woods trying to find some honey to bring back, and I ran across this camp of two legs back there, and they're torturing all forms of animals. You're probably not very safe sleeping so close to their camp. So I thought I should wake you up and warn you."
He kind of lowers his head and turns it so he can look at you with his one good eye and goes, "You're trying to warn me of trouble?"
"Oh yeah, there's plenty of it right back that way. And I tell you, something awful they're doing to animals in there."
Like my brain is going, roll persuasion, and that's not this game.
I know. I'm like, how would this also be criminal, I guess?
But,
or
yeah, but you're telling the truth. I'm trying to think. I will let you flavor it. Like, if you can figure out how to flavor it as animal, I'll let you roll it as animal. But otherwise, yeah, it'd be criminal, I think.
I have been, as I was saying that, been thinking in my brain how I don't know that I can flavor that as animal.
Okay, then it's a criminal roll.
I wish I could, because Alright. These are not good odds for me. Oof.
You just need to roll different dice, Kurt.
Ooh.
Where's your physical dice?
They're here, but I just... Oh gosh. Okay.
So he's just like, "I don't believe you, Gertie. What are you up to? You're a sneaky one, you and your friends. What are you up to?"
If you don't believe me, you can go check it out yourself. I promise I'm telling the truth. I'm just real scared right now. I don't want to wake up on the wrong side of the board, you know?
You're poking fun at me, Gertie.
No. Well, can you blame me?
For poking fun at me? Do I look like a joke to you?
No.
Margie is gonna kind of sidle over and she goes, "You know what looks like even less of a joke?
What?
That big male boar that's honking and hooping over there." Referring to the car alarm going off.
Yeah, so roll for just, yeah, roll criminal.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 1. Normally I would be sad about that.
Right? It's so backwards.
I know.
I kind of love it. And he
It's
goes,
like, "You hear that?" He says his tusks look nicer, and he's got both eyes.
"So you're trying to keep me from finding out that someone's muscling in on my territory, huh?"
Listen, I just didn't think you'd be able to take him.
"Oh, I could take him." I survived the loss of my eye. I can take a young whippersnapper. I'll show you, Margie. Thinking
Yeah,
I
all
can't
right,
take
I'll
care of
believe
my territory. And he starts to,
Yeah.
like, go trotting off towards the sound of the car alarm.
Gertie just breathes out a sigh of relief.
He's gonna have a fun time with that car.
And she is going to have another flashback, I think, of
Bless Gertie, she's having all the flashbacks.
she
Right.
it's the dementia setting in.
Girl, you
So
good? You good, girl? You need some Xannies?
she kind of holds on to Margie's arm and she's like, "Help me walk back home. This just is bringing back too many bad memories. The last time I had to make someone believe me like that, it was to oh, what was it for? It was for
I don't know, dear. She's gonna kind of pat Gertie's hand, but I'm sure you'll remember it later.
She's like, I know it was something. I swear my memory's failing me.
That's all right. We're going to have some real good honey when we get back, or we'd better. He's gonna be real pissed at me later when he realizes that's not another boar.
You mean there's not another boar trying to take Mr. Biggs's territory?
No, baby, there's not.
And Ulysses kind of looks down at Wuzzy, and then he looks over and he goes, Margie, I reckon this kid wouldn't last long if you didn't have you looking out for him.
I'll do my best.
And you keep going through the forest, and eventually you end up back at the there we go, at the mushroom stump.
And you hear Gertie as you come through the woods say, I remember. It reminds me of this time that I launched a packet full of grubs at these two legs. Seems like it was just yesterday.
It was, baby.
You did that
Huh?
this morning.
No, certainly you're both wrong.
All I can picture is Sophia. Picture it.
Picture it.
And Wuzzy goes to the stump and kind of bends down so that Ulysses can hop onto the stump. And a moment later, that silent shadow lands. And the Allfather is there and he goes, You, have done the job to completion. I like this. You are bears I can rely on. Magpies, give the bears their honey.
And Gertie just says, what was the job again?
Maybe I don't ask you for help anymore.
Good girl, Gertie.
I told you I'm retired. I'm not helping you with nothing. But I'll take that honey. And she waddles over and grabs it.
Bless it. We stand, Gertie.
I also managed to find some bamboo for the panda who doesn't remember telling me that she was retired. And another magpie drops some bamboo stalks next to the honey.
I just told you I was... Ooh, bamboo. And then she just turns around and starts eating it.
I love it.
It's a good reward, yes?
What were you rewarding us for again?
Being cute. We're two hot ladies. And she's gonna lay down on her side and go back to sleep.
Hot panda summer.
I think we
Not the
should
hot
take our
panda
honey and go visit the frogs.
Oh yeah, we said we'd do that.
I hear they sing beautiful this time of year.
It's been a while since I've heard the croaker chorus. Maybe I ought to join you.
And it's the perfect night for lightning bugs, too, to add some ambiance. It'll be a family outing. Oh, they'll be so surprised to see us. That reminds me of this time as you hear her carry on as you go through the woods.
I love it.
Yes. And as the day fades to a close, you have the owl father entertaining 3 very different bears, with a couple of magpies bringing them honey. As they
And bamboo.
reminisce, and bamboo, as they reminisce about the croaker's chorus.
I love it.
That's the end of our game.
Yay!
I think once we got into the flow of it, it was fun. I just had to figure out the logistics of how it all worked, but
It just took me a little bit to boot up. I don't know.
well, my dears, it was fun. That was a fun
was
little
fun.
romp. Like,
Yeah. Everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.